channel. Today I'm doing Levi's, whoa, I almost said 5 months. He's definitely not 5 months. 3-month update. I've filmed this about 4 times and it went wrong all the time. So I'm hoping that this video will follow through and be good to me. Let's just get into it and skip the long explanation intro like I do in all my videos. The first thing I want to talk about is his breastfeeding. He's been doing really good. He still does breastfeed, but he does supplement. He supplements usually 3 times a day and he'll have 4 to 4.5 ounces, but all night long he breastfeeds, and usually 2 or 3 times in the morning he'll breastfeed. He throws up a lot. He does have reflux and he takes reflux medicine, so that is why we have a problem breastfeeding, and that's why he supplements. So it's going pretty well when it comes to supplementing. He does use the Similac Sensitive. He was using the Earth's Best Organic Sensitive one. He didn't like the flavor of it, and then I got the soy one because I thought it was also upsetting his belly, and he really didn't like that one. It gave him a rash on the side of his face and he was constipated. So I just got the Similac one, which was kind of unfortunate because the Earth's Best one was like 40 bucks and I can't return it since I already opened it and took the scoops out. So he really does like the Similac one. I even tasted it. It does taste better than the Earth's Best, so I really would recommend you getting that one if you're looking for a good formula that is still good for them, and it actually has more vitamins and stuff than the organic one does, which I did not know. Oscar told me that. As far as sleeping goes, usually he wakes up in the morning and he doesn't nurse or anything right away, but then before his first nap, which is about, I want to say around 10 if he gets up at like 8:30, then he'll eat right before he goes down for his nap, and then his first nap is usually pretty short, like an hour, and then he'll be up for an hour and a half, and then he'll go to sleep for 2 to sometimes 3 to sometimes 4 hours. It just really depends on the day. It's always different, but his second nap is always the longest, and then he's usually up for another hour to an hour and a half, and then he'll sleep again, and it just repeats. He'll usually go to sleep around 8 o'clock at night, sometimes 9. Again, it just really depends. He's on his own schedule, so sometimes it's more at 9. I've been trying to do 8 because of the whole sleep training that I'm doing with him, which is also going really well. I plan on making a separate video about that, so I'm not going to go too much in detail, but he still is doing really well when it comes to sleep training and falls asleep by himself in the crib. We did transition him into the crib. He doesn't sleep in there all night, but he'll sleep in there until we go to bed, and then I'll move him into the bassinet in here and he'll sleep alone. I just don't feel comfortable with him in the other room. I do have a baby monitor and everything, but I still just get really nervous, so I'd rather just do what makes me comfortable for right now. I know that's probably not everybody's way of doing things, but it's just mine, and I'm happy with it and I'm comfortable with it. If he goes to bed around 8 or 9, he'll usually get up between 6 and 7 for his first feeding in the morning, and then he'll go back to sleep. As far as sizing goes, he is about, I want to say, probably 22 inches long. He was 22 inches long the last time we went to the doctor about 4 weeks ago, but it doesn't really seem that he's grown much lengthwise, but that's always hard for me to tell. But weight-wise, he's definitely gained weight. He's like huge now. He was weighing 11 pounds last time I took him, so I'm assuming he's somewhere around 13 to 14 pounds because he's gained a lot of weight. I don't even know if you can tell, but he's my little chunky monkey. He's about to grow out of size 1 diapers any day now. I mean, he's really pushing the limits, but I still have some left, so I'm trying to use them all before I go into the size 2. And he still pretty much fits in them. Sometimes he'll have a leak, but only if he has like a huge explosion. And we use the Costco brand, which I love, the Kirkland brand. Like, those are my #1 recommended diaper brands, and I've tried Honest, I've tried Baby Organics, and I really would say that Costco is the best that I've tried so far. He's also in 3-month clothing. He has awesome head control and is turning his head towards noises. So if I'm on this side, he'll look this way, and if I'm on that side, he'll look that way. And if I'm behind him, he can't really look backward unless he's laying down, then he'll look back. So he's doing really good at, when it comes to sound and head control, he's really learning how to do that. Some concerns that we've had this month, some of them we've surpassed, like a poo problem, which we did struggle with. Like I said, he was starting that soy formula and it made him really constipated, so I had to use the thermometer, which was really scary, but Karen from KK and Baby J really helped me feel more comfortable with it because I was so nervous, but it made such a difference. And if you guys haven't seen her channel, I'll link it down below. I highly recommend you go check it out. She makes a lot of similar videos that I do. She has baby updates, and she does sit-down videos with her son Jackson, who's a month older than Levi. In fact, he just turned 4 months. And she also does daily vlogging. So I would recommend you check her channel out if you like my channel, because we're very similar. But anyway, so we've surpassed the poo problem because the thermometer helped with all that backup. Another problem is he has had some problems with fussiness. It's getting better, but I don't want to say it's gone, and I feel like it was most of his 3rd month, so I want to mention it in the 3-month update just in case your 3-month-old is going through the same thing. Fussy at times, and there's no reason why. It's almost like he discovered his voice and he's just learning to use it maybe. I thought it might be colic, but then I researched it and it just doesn't seem like it's colic, because colic is like 3 hours worth of screaming. He only does it for like 40 minutes to an hour, which is still a long time when a baby's screaming for that long, but it's nowhere near 3 hours, so I don't want to say it's colic, but it is something we've struggled with. He also has flat spots on both sides of his head, not on the back, but on both sides. So if by the next time we go into the doctors, they will put him in physical therapy if it's not better, but I'm really thinking that it's getting better. I'm honestly not too sure. I don't know, but I am doing stretches that I found online that can help and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that will help and that he doesn't have to do physical therapy. I think insurance covers it, but it's just still not something I want to put him through if we can fix it at home. One last thing that has just recently been happening is he's having some struggles, like not breathing. I take him to the emergency room, but sometimes he does this like and I have to sit him up almost so he can catch his breath. If your baby went through a similar thing, please comment down below what it was or what helped, or I don't know, something, because I'm just kind of really confused on what it is. I might take him to the doctor for it this upcoming week because it's just making me nervous. He doesn't change colors or fuss when it happens, so I don't think it makes him uncomfortable, but it makes me nervous because I don't want that to happen in the middle of the night and he can't catch his breath and then I'm like, you know, asleep. So fun facts, this is Buggy's favorite part. Fun facts about me. He loves to look at himself. He has a play mat and he'll look up at the mirror and he'll just look at himself for like 30 minutes or in the viewfinder. That's why a lot of times when I film, he's calm because he can see himself in the viewfinder because I have it flipped up. So he's always looking at it. That's where he's looking right now, I think. Is that what you're looking at? So it entertains him, but he really likes to look at himself and seeing reflections. I know he actually doesn't notice that it's him, but he does see some sort of reflection and he likes it. He's been learning to giggle. I don't want to say that it's a complete giggle, but he is learning to giggle. Along with smiling, of course, he's learning to smile with the giggle, which is another one of my favorite things. He smiles so big with his gums. How would your gums, Sylvia? What's your gums, Sylvia? And last of this whole video is he's such a morning boy. If you guys see our daily vlogs, he loves to get up and just be smiley and wake up to people and have his dad play with him. And he's just very much a morning person, which is kind of ironic because when he was first born and Oscar would wake him up, he'd always be like, but now when Oscar wakes him up, he's like, ah, like he is ready to play. That's pretty much it for our 3-month update. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below what your 3-month-old is doing or was doing at this age. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Enjoy, or maybe take some tips for your own bath time routine with your son or daughter. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! So the first thing I do is lay down a thin blanket so he doesn't get poop on the bed, and then I'll put his eczema lotion, regular lotion, comb, and a diaper down for after the bath. And then I set him down and I just take off his clothes like any